There's the little, there we go. All right, so learning target is arithmetic with whole numbers and integers. Honestly, until I was teaching, and like my 5th year of teaching, there were a couple times here and there with negatives where I couldn't explain why things worked out the way they worked out with negatives. And eventually got good at it by about my 5th or 6th year of teaching, and just being able to explain why an answer is going to be either negative, positive, or more negative or more positive. I think that like clears up some mental math mistakes. Why is that first one negative? We are subtracting more than we have. And eventually, I was tutoring a student about positives and negatives, and eventually we kind of just had that final idea of the anytime right now the negatives are greater than the positives. The negative number is and technically it's all right. The absolute value of -6 is +6. The absolute value of 3 is +3. So it's that concept on a number line. I'm at 3 and I go back 6. I'm going to end up at -3. It's the idea that I'm pulling myself further into the negatives. This one's going to be positive. And this is that whole, what I always do with a problem like this, if I connect those negatives, that minus negative, and include it with the parentheses, I got a plus sign there. Minus the negative equals positive. Or at least that part equals plus. So I really got 3 + 6 happening there. -3 minus 6. Again, number line, and I even like a thermometer, or thinking of a thermometer more. I'm at -3. I go down 6 more. I'm more negative. Technically, I guess number 2 is we're going to end up, we were positive, we're going to be more positive. And then -3 + 6. Again, we go back to that idea of absolute value. We have more. Oh, man. We have more positives there. So our final answer is positive. What's the difference between 6 and 3? Or we spin that around in my head and we think 6 minus 3. We end up with +3. So we stay positive, or we become positive when we add more than what we had negative. And that is that.